Hey there, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today it's my series for the month of December, which is called Progressive Rock Albums from the 1980s. And what we're doing here this month is that each and every day I'm going to give you one new progressive rock album from a progressive rock band from the 1980s. So, and this will be specifically one album for one band. There won't be multiple albums for any particular band. There'll just be, I chose one album per band so that I could give you 31 albums from 31 different bands. That's my goal here. And for those of you who are not familiar with this, what this is I will do an album that I chosen that came out in the 1980s that is primarily progressive rock in nature. It would be nice if I could get 100% progressive rock, but sometimes that's difficult because bands like to merge different sounds, and that's good because it gives you a little bit of variety as well in the music as well as in the genre. Okay, so the other thing is that this will include bands that I've been well established with me, that I've known for years, that I like quite a bit, but I have for some reason not heard this particular album. The second group is a group of bands that I may have had one or two albums that I've listened to and liked the band a lot, but for whatever reason I never listened to this particular album. The third category is bands I've known of and heard about and know that they have stuff in the 1980s and know that they have other progressive music, but for some reason I never got into them. And then of course there's the bands I did not know about, didn't have any idea they existed, and of course didn't know anything about the album. So that's basically the kind of four categories there are within this realm. I'm going to try and give a once off. Basically, I will listen to the album once and then give you my perspective on the album and what I think of it. There won't be a lot of album details. On the first one I did because I spent quite a bit of time setting it up, so I did that one. But this one that we're doing today, I won't be doing that with. I'll be just talking about the album in general because I don't really have a prop for a lot of these albums because I don't own them because this is the first time I've listened to them. Okay, so the group we're doing today, or the album we're doing today, comes from this group, IQ. Can you see that there? It says IQ. The album itself I don't own. It's their debut album, which is entitled Tales from the Lush Attic. And so we'll be talking about that particular album. Okay, so my general overall view of the album is it's very progressive. Definitely falls well within the progressive parameters. This album has a lot of Genesis sound to it. So if you like that Genesis from the early 70s, that Gabriel-led era, you will like this stuff. I'm almost sure of it. The real difference between the two eras is that Genesis stuff is classic and everybody knows it. And it's progressive as hell, but this album would take it just a little bit further. This is more modern sounding, sounds like an 80s thing. The production is really good on this album, much better than it would have been on those Genesis albums from that time period. Anyways, the band IQ have 5 members in it. I assume it's a guitarist, bass player, drummer, keyboardist, vocalist. I haven't really examined it too closely. I know a little bit more about them than I did when I did the Ben's Album Challenge review of their album Wake. So I chose this one because basically it's their debut album. It has 5 tracks on it. The first track is 20 minutes, close to 20 minutes in length, and features some pretty impressive keyboard and drum stuff. I thought pretty impressive to me anyways. I give this song an 8. The first song, it's called The Last Human Gateway. It's 20 minutes in length. Pretty epic song. Has a lot of different variety in it. The guy's voice, while not really sounding like Pete, like he has some parts of him that sound like Peter Gabriel, but he's definitely within that vocal range. He definitely, his voice his voice type and sound fall within Peter Gabriel's range easily, I think. Yeah, and there's a couple of parts in the song where it's almost uncanny. It sounds like Gabriel so much. And then of course there's some parts in the song too that, vocals aside, have real kind of, especially with the keyboard bits that he does, really kind of Genesis-y sounding, if that's a word. He sounds like Tony Banks quite a bit on these particular tracks. His synths are predominant on this too. There's a lot of synthesizers on this particular track, and I could actually have seen if Genesis had stayed progressive and stayed progressing the way they were and became still a progressive band, I could see them having sounds similar to this particular track anyways. The next song is a short one. It's a 2-minute 35-second Through the Corridors. Some very good keys and chords, very good keys and some very good guitars on this particular track. They work in tandem together, so the keyboard would play a part and the guitar would take over. Predominantly keyboard, but there's quite a bit of guitar here. So really tastefully done song, I think. Awake and Nervous. The next track on the album is about 7:45 in length, 7 minutes 45 seconds in length. In the middle of the album, so it's the third longest track, but a fairly lengthy track. The keyboard, synthesizer, and drums, I think, are really good and sound. There's a lot of Genesis sound here on this particular track. At this point, I really like this song quite a bit too, as the first one. Those are my two favorite at this point. Then the next track, My Baby Treats Me Right. It's basically just a piano instrumental. That's basically what it is. Pretty good piano, though, I have to say. The guy is pretty quick and demonstrates a full, comprehensive, and flexible understanding of how pianos and keyboards in general work, I think. Okay, so then we come to the final track on the album, which is called Enemy Smacks. I'm not sure what that refers to, but it certainly sounds like a late 80s, 90s phrase. This is another great blend of and working arrangement. They just mix everything well, and the working arrangement is fantastic. Some of the heaviest guitars on this particular track as well. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a part in here on the last track, which is this one, The Enemy Smacks, where they have this kind of harmony vocals going on towards the end of the song, which sounds almost angel-like. Like there's an angel feel to the whole thing. Kind of like on the song Ripples by Genesis, where they have that part at the end that really goes up high. Yeah, it's that effect. That's the effect I get from it. Drums and keys are very interesting and very dominant on this track, as well as the pipe organ which they used. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Sounds like a pipe organ to me. Toned down a bit, but still does sound like that one. So very interesting choice of music here. They at this point in the stage, they are still very locked into the Genesis sound, but you could see they're already breaking out in various tracks that kind of wander away from that Genesis sound quite a bit. But from what I've heard, this band maybe at some point is going to be better for me than Marillion was, but at this point I still like them quite a bit, and I'm still discovering them. So there you have it. Another album from another progressive rock album from the 1980s on day 2, December the 2nd, IQ's Tales from the Lush Attic is the title of the album by the band IQ. And they will be back tomorrow with yet another album. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you like and subscribe. It's much appreciated, and we'll be back for day 3 of progressive rock albums from the 1980s. Take care. Have a good day.